Have you been looking for help to buy a home? Did you know there's lots of different programs out there, assistance, grants, those kind of things that can be a huge help to you, but you have to know how to ask the right questions and connect with some really good lenders. So if you've been looking to buy a home, but you can really use some help to do that, I've got a great video that's going to share some important information with you. You saw our video from a couple weeks ago. We talked about a new credit coming out. By the time you'll see this video, it will be already out. It's a $7,500 first-time homebuyer grant. If you want to know more about that, check out the other video. The purpose of this one is to share a few different programs that are available year-round. And so one of the best things you can do when you connect with your lender is to ask them what type of homebuyer assistance programs are available to me. Because that might not always be on their radar. They might just run you through the pre-approval process. And so just make sure to take that extra step and ask them, because every lender is a little bit different. They may have additional programs that one lender does not have, because the rates being higher than we'd like right now. Lenders are getting creative and trying to create more programs, more incentive for buyers to choose them for their home loan. So when you're sitting down with a lender, ask them, what programs do you have available for me when purchasing a home? So there are three different ones we want to talk about today. Some are just different loan types and pros and cons that actually get you better rates. You know that. And then some are a few programs. The first one I want to connect with you about is the 3% down payment first-time homebuyer conventional loan. Now, the conventional loan is kind of the king of loans at the moment in our current market because of the three loans that people will use in this area. The conventional loan, FHA, and VA loans. Conventional does not require a safety inspection along with the appraisal process. That safety inspection is not a home inspection. It's very informal, but it can require some additional costs for sellers whenever they accept an FHA or VA loan. So the conventional loan is kind of the king right now. Sellers do tend to lean towards those loans because there's less potential costs involved with accepting an offer from a buyer with conventional loan. The downside of a conventional loan for a buyer is it requires a bigger down payment. So the minimum down payment for a conventional loan normally is 5%. However, if you're a first-time home buyer and you meet some of the credit and income thresholds, you can get it for 3%. So 2%, is that really a big deal? If you're buying a $200,000 house, that would save you $4,000 at closing. So yeah, it's a really big deal. And of course, you're buying a bigger house, that saves you even more money at the closing table. So ask about that if you're a first-time home buyer, that 3% first-time home buyer conventional loan program. I did just mention the FHA and VA loans. Now, in general, this can be an advantage for you too. Those loans have been running at lower interest rates than conventional loans right now. So if you don't qualify for that conventional first-time homebuyer program, you may still consider an FHA or VA loan, because in general, again, your credit, income, all those things are a factor in what rate you actually get. But in general, as we've been watching the market, FHA loans and VA loans have been running at lower interest rates. So that's going to save you money and your monthly payment and give you more buying power as well. So don't throw those loans out. A VA loan is only available for veterans, so if you've served honorably in the military, that's a program that should be available for you. But FHA loans are available for virtually everyone, and those rates run pretty close to each other. So that's something to consider. In addition, FHA loans only require a 3.5% down payment. So that's a lower than normal down payment required as well. So you can save some money there on your rate, a little bit on the down payment. If you're looking towards VA, there's no down payment required on that. That's an awesome thing. Consider those. Now, the thing you need to know with those two programs though is, how do you succeed in a market that's leaning towards conventional loans? We've developed a lot of strategies to help buyers to sidestep some of that conventional loan favoritism by sellers. We've beat out conventional loans a number of times with VA and FHA loans. I bought my home with a VA loan, so I know personally and through helping people how to be successful with FHA and VA loans. There's just some additional writing in the offer that you can do to put yourself on par with an FHA conventional loan. That way, when a seller's looking at it, they can see, oh, this is going to be virtually the same no matter which one I pick. and then we can get back to making a more competitive offer, not getting sidestepped because of the loan type. So lower rates, lower down payments with FHA and VA loans in general. Again, I'm giving that disclaimer. All the things apply as to what rate you'll get when you talk to your lender. The other thing you should know about too is there's something called a NIFA program. Now this is only available in Nebraska, but it's a great program, and it tends to have some of the lowest rates among all the loan programs out there. So this is an assistance program developed by Nebraska. It's a great help. Again, there are income thresholds, credit thresholds, all those things that you'll connect with your lender about. But it's an important program to know about and ask those questions to see if you can qualify for it, because the rates are the lowest in general of all the loans out there. So you'll want to ask about that NIFA, N-I-F-A, NIFA loan. The general program, again, has some really low rates. There's also a home buyer assistance program within that NIFA program that can assist you with virtually all of your closing costs and get you into a home for as little as $1,000. So it's a really cool thing. If you can qualify for that, again, there's some ways that you'll need to help sellers to see that this loan is a great program, because there's some myths out there. Not all agents educate themselves well enough on loans, and so there's some stereotypes out there, be it as they may. But helping some people to see that this is a great loan program, buyers that qualify for this are great buyers, well qualified. So there's some things that go around with that too. But again, if you have a savvy agent, they're going to know the ways to communicate that to sellers and help them to see clearly it's a great loan program that can help buyers to get into a home for less money and get a lower rate. So you got more buying power, or just save you money every month. So there's some things to consider. Ask your lender about this when you're looking at a loan. And again, just talking to your agent and saying, hey, who do you recommend for my home loan? I work with a number of buyers, and sometimes they come in with their own lender, and that's great. I'll always recommend the people that we work with, and sometimes they want to stick with that, and that's awesome. But there are times when people who don't do some of the legwork and the research to connect with some of the agents' recommended lenders, they're missing out on some of the lower rates, some lower fees, some different benefits that come because they didn't talk to their agent who works in real estate and has done business with a lot of different lenders. So they tend to know the good, the bad, and the ugly about different lenders. So whoever you're working with, ask your agent if they have anybody they recommend. Now, I'll give a disclaimer here as well. There are agents who get benefits from their lenders from calling one particular lender their preferred lender. So we have preferred lenders, but it's because they do a good job. But there are other agents who have preferred lenders because they pay for some of their resources, or they do some different things on the back end. And so just make sure that if you're being given a preferred lender, that it's because they're a great lender, they've got great programs, some really competitive rates and fees, not because there's some handshakes going on behind the scenes. Just helping you to know what goes on. I hope this has been super helpful for you to find out different ways to get into a home. My name is Jim Hare. I'm the owner of Hare Homes Realty Group with Keller Williams Greater Omaha. We've helped a ton of different buyers in really difficult and changing markets, difficult price points, and all the things, right? Had a lot of success winning out on bids with our buyers. So if you have any questions about those programs, how to be successful in the current market, really competitive out there, we'd love to share some different strategies with you or someone that you know and love that's considering buying a home. You can call us, you can email us, you can connect with us on social media, lots of ways to reach us. We'd love to serve you, okay? Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you, and I hope you have an amazing day.